Hi friends, what's this curve? So this is a sine curve. We are drawing by continuously drawing the lines from the x-axis to the y-axis. This is the one way, and another way is this. This is also a sine curve, but we are drawing only at the edge of the curve. So this is a sine curve we are drawing, and we'll continue with our canvas one. So earlier we have seen the how we will move the any element. So same technique almost we are using. And now what's this? This is both sine and cos curves. Both we are putting together and drawing it on a canvas. So this is what we will learn, and different you can control the speed also, and every point thickness, everything can be controlled. We'll learn all this. This is our blank template or blank window. Note that line number 2 we are importing math module because we will be using the sine and cos, so that module is required. And it's a parent window my underscore w, and width or height again we are taken as variables, so you can easily change this value at one place and scale it up. Then c width, c height as the canvas width and height, we are given 10 at the both the width and height, the gap. So then we have created the window. Now in this we'll add our canvas. So for that c1 equal to tk dot canvas. Now this is again our parent window, so my w. Now once it is, now what is the width? Width equal to c width, and height is equal to c height. So canvas height, we have declared it all this thing at line number 5, you can see. Okay, fine. Now bg, background color, we'll just again our favorite light green. You can give hex value or whatever color you want, you can give. Now let's place it on the grid. So we'll say c1 dot grid. Now we are selling row equal to 0, column equal to 0. Now slightly pad x equal to 5. So from the left edge, and from the top and bottom edge again 5. So this is a slight gap we are maintaining from the edges. Now one more important parameter value we are setting, speed. The graph you while drawing you must have seen at a particular speed it draws. So that we are telling speed equal to, now it is in milliseconds, so I am setting it at 10. If you increase this value it will slow down, and if you decrease it value it will be fast. So I am giving a 10 milli. Suppose I make it 100, then it will be a bit slow. Okay, and 1000 is 1 second. So every dot or every line will be drawn at a 1 second gap. So I am making it 10. Now, and note that this speed is in millisecond. Now the coordinates x1, because this is for the first one we are drawing a field curve. So all the lines will be taken from the x-axis to the curve points. Red color lines will be drawn. So that's why the curve will be filled. And the second one will go for the blank curve only. So x1, then y1 equal to 5. We'll start from the 5, and this y1. Sorry, here I had to give equal to 5, and y1. This is the 0 point is integer c height by 2. So this way we can automatically it will adjust to the center. Okay, now what we will do, we'll set a value of h. This is the tip of the curve. We don't want it to touch to the edges, so we want slightly gap to be given. So we will use that. This is our 1, means you can see sine 90 is 1. So this is the 1 value, or the 100% height of the curve, not the canvas. So for that we will maintain a 10 gap here, y1 minus 10. Suppose if it is 100, then this edge will be at 90. So that is the gap from the, and this is the gap 10 will be the from the edges of the curve, edges of the canvas to the curve. Now let's declare one variable in degree. Why I am writing in degree? Because all the inputs to the sine and cos is in radian. So what happened, for our understanding, we'll take it in degree and we'll convert it into radian and give the input. That is why we are saying in degree equal to 0. This is the starting point, or the starting point of the curve. Now this is there. Okay, now let's go and draw our function which will draw the graph for us. My draw. Okay, inside that what we will do, we'll first take the dimensions. We'll say global in degree we'll say then x1, then y1. So these are all the global we'll accept. Now what we will do, we'll increase the this one by 1. We'll start from next in degree, because this will be inside a loop. So in degree equal to in degree plus 1. Okay, so we'll understand shortly why I am increasing that one. Now let us convert it into radian. So in radian, this is a variable only. I am just using the function math.radians. See, here I am using the math function here, math library, whatever I have imported at line number 2 in. So I am input it is in the degree, I am converting it into radian because I will be using that now. Now what happens? Y2. Why I am using y2? Because line has 2 points, x1 y1, x2 y2. x1 and x2 both will be always at the x-axis level. Y will be going up and down based on the sine or cos value. So what I will do, y2 equal to y1 minus y1 is y1 minus now h into h is the I'll try to show the graph so you can understand why this is the important line where the coordinates are calculated. Dot sine in radian. R-A-D-I-A-N. Fine. Okay, here RE I am used, so I'll use RE here in radian. So y2 I got it. Now this y2 value I'll be using. Now let me just draw the line. L1 equal to C1. Create line. I am just drawing a image. Note that these are all vertical lines and the height will vary to give us the tip of the curve. So x1 y1 and x1, see it is not y1, sorry, x1, I'm taking the same value as x1, second point also, end point. Okay, so end point is because it's a vertical line. So x1 and the the second point x coordinate will not change. It's a vertical, but y coordinate will change, and that is based on the value whatever we have generated now, y2. Now I am giving fill equal to red. Now one more parameter, if you want you can give width equal to 1, default value. Okay, you can thickness also you can improve it. Now this is the first. Now I have to rotate it, or I have to do a recursive call of this particular function. If how long I will move, that what you have learned, because x1 is the x-axis or the horizontal axis. If as long as it is less than the width minus 10. So actually canvas width minus slightly I am giving the edge from the edge. I am not flushing with it, the edge up to minus 10. This if condition means if it is reaches the edge of it, stop there, don't do anything. If it is not, or x1 value is less than that, then what will happen? x1 equal to x1 plus 1. Note that this 1 is every time 1 step. I want it to very minute, then I can give 0.5, 0.25. We'll experiment with that. Now I will recursive function, I will again do it. C1 dot after, what is after here? Speed. I hope I have declared it. Yeah, I declared. Then my draw. That's all. Else come out of the loops. Fine, that's all. And after outside I will call once my draw, otherwise this function, this drawing won't start. My draw. Okay, what I am doing it here is, this is the line, you must understand it thoroughly. How this value I am getting. Okay, this I'll try to give a, here is the sketch of it where you can understand how this dimension of y2 is taken, and that y2 x1 there, here it will be y2. Fine. So this y2 I am used here, L1 I have not used. Fine, because I am drawing the solid line, so this all lines will be there. I am not removing anything, so it will be a solid fill. So that's all. Now let's see, I've saved it. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. You can see now this is the sine curve filled because all these are lines. Suppose I want more cycle required, then what I will do, this one I will remove and use 0.5. So now you see more cycle can be formed now. See this, because now x-axis I am more number of points I have taken, so this is that is how it is moving. And speed as usual, you can slow it down by giving it one more 0. So now 1/10 of a second, 1 point, so it will be very slow now. Slowly it will increase. Okay, you can experiment. We'll go for the only the curve part. We will not fill it now. We missed the axis, x-axis and y-axis. We'll add that. So for that one I have to draw only lines only. So C1 dot create line. Now where it will be same from the x1, then y1. Now and end points are, this is the x-axis is a horizontal axis, so I will go up to width, and if I want I can give some gaps, width -5, so it will be slightly before the edges. Now it is y1, so it's a horizontal line, so y1 y2 both should be equal, so I am giving y1 there only. Now arrow, because line, it's a line, so I can add an arrow at the beginning or at the end. It is required at the last, so at the end I am adding arrow. I am just writing it here, x-axis. Fine. Now C1 dot create line. You can understand now it is the vertical line, so it will be x1 y1 from the same point, start point is same, and because it's vertical, so x value won't change, x1 will remain, and y will be 10 from the top. So I want to stop at a 10, or if you want 5 you can, or if you want to completely touch the edge then make it 0. So then arrow equal to last. So I will write a comment here, y axis. So these two axes were missed last time, so we have added now. Now this time we are not going to fill. Note that for this curve we will be x1 y1 x2 y2 on the curve edges only it will go. So every time after drawing we'll swap the values, means x2 y2 will be equal to x1 y1, and a fresh value for x2 y2 will take it. So that is how the curve will be drawn. So for that the same thing, degree up to this is same in radian. Now here comes the y2 equal to, here it is, now y2 equal to h. What is h? H is the height of the graph, plus 10, means we will reach at the from the top edge of the graph, minus again h math.sin in radian. Fine, y2 is this value, okay, we'll get it. Now x2 equal to x1 plus 0.5. This I told you the step we are moving, you can make it 1 also, so I am making it 0.5. okay, now I will draw a line. So I will draw a line like this, L1 equal to C1 create, sorry at the top, okay, create line. Now what is this, x1 y1 at the starting point. Now I will make it to x2 y2, that's not a problem. The key lies next, x2 y2. Now fill equal to red. If you want to give some other color, give it. Now width equal to, let me give width equal to 2. Fine. So okay, or you can give 1. So this one I am removing, this is the old one I am removing. Okay, if x1 less than c width minus 10, okay, let's move 5, make it 5. So this is, that means I am checking the edge of it. So right edge is not reached, then here there will be a change. Now what will happen, x1 comma y1 equal to x2 and comma, sorry, y2. Now I am just reading the x2 y2 value and passing it to x1 y1. Okay, now it is just one step jump it is doing. So that much. Then what happens, c1 after, okay, this is the same thing, else return my draw. Rest of the things remain same, nothing is changing. Okay, let's see how this works for us. Yeah, it is working. So it is going, you can see this is a sine curve I am using. So this, it will take a turn and come back with these two. I think it's too slow. I'll make it little fast. You can see this is a sine curve because I am using the sine. Okay, I'll just increase the speed here. This I will decrease the value means more the higher the speed is. And width, let me make it 1. Okay, now let's run this. You just watch, this is the key line for which y2 value h plus 10. From the top we are reducing, minus h is the full value, this is the fractions you will get it, that fraction we are reducing. It is right from the top line we are just reducing the thing and then the curve is getting formed. So let's watch this. Okay, now you see this, the speed has little bit gone up. Now let's see how we can do the, and you see this is the vertical axis and x-axis we have added. Okay, now let's go for the cos curve. We have nothing to do, only just copy this, paste it here, comment this line and use cos here. So saved it, running it. Now this should give me, yeah, this is the cos. You can see it started from here. Okay, so now next we'll move to drawing both the curves together, sine and cos. So that time 2 graphs we have to draw, not one. To draw the second curve, we'll introduce one more variable. We'll say z1. Okay, here I have added. Now I'll give the value 5. So this is x1, z1, y1. Okay, x1, y1, z1. You can say that. Now that is what I have created. Now coming to the inside this, I will y2 is, let it be there. After this, let me write what is z2. Z2 is the other one. I'll independently I'm writing instead of that. So Z2 equal to h, sorry, here bracket again, h plus 10. Now minus h multiplied by, now that is, so I'll make it sine in radian. Fine. So this is Z2 is given. Now x2, x1, okay, this will be common, x line will be common for both L1. Now here I have to create L2. L2 is for the second curve. Sorry, second curve, yeah. So L2 equal to C1 dot create line. What's this? What I am doing? X1, now Z1, now X2 and Z2. So here because that is Y2, now I am using Z2 because the curve is changed. Now here I am giving fill. Okay, let me give a different color. You can change it to whatever value you want. Width, let me, okay, I'll give the matching width equal to 1. So that's all. Now here one more thing I have to do. X1 will take the value of x2, y1 will take the value, and z1 also will take the value of. So here I am writing in one line z2. This is same one, x1 equal to x2, y1 equal to y2, same thing. I am writing it in one line only. So nothing difference in that. Instead of writing multiple lines, I am accommodating in one. Z1 equal to Z2. Fine. Z1 is okay. Z1. Okay. Here I did a mistake. That is why here I had to global variable. I had to access Z1 because now it is third variable. Okay. That's all. Let me save this and run once. Yeah, both the curves are coming now. you can see sine curve and cos curve. You can change the width, colors and everything you can show. That's all. These are all we can generate curve using the canvas. If you have any ideas, suggestion, comments, feedback, use the comment section below to post your views and all. And I'll request you, please subscribe and press the bell icon so you will be notified as and when we go for new tutorials, and we frequently do that. And I request you once again to share with this tutorials with your friends, and please subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching.